Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Why Young Men Should Date a Filipina. This is a series. Today's part of that series, the topic is going to be about acceptance of your past. A Filipina can accept your past. And this is a roadblock for some people. Are you a young man believing that a relationship is not going to happen for you because you're not proud of some things that you've done in the past? Do you feel that if you were to reveal something negative about your past, then no woman would understand or be able to give you a chance? Sometimes we think or assume that any woman who could be interested in us hasn't had her own issues in the past that are also on her mind. But I think you'll find that a Filipina, that's a woman from the Philippines, may surprise you with her ability and desire to move on from the past and start over. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. I'm going to offer marriage advice to young men because I care. Comments, of course, they're always welcome. I'm starting a series called Why Young Men Should Date a Filipina. The videos are going to be in a YouTube playlist called Young Men and Filipinas. A woman in the Philippines isn't looking for someone who has never had a moral failure or had a relationship that didn't work out. I know of older men who have had, they've been married multiple times and are able to find a new relationship in the Philippines. I married a woman from there in 2015. Conservative Filipinas tend to not cause bad experiences for men, but they too are not perfect. Filipinas are realistic. Filipinas want to move on from the past. Are you learning and healing from those bad experiences that you may have had? I don't think anyone benefits by just trying to ignore what may have gone wrong in the past and forging ahead in another relationship. Probably the same things will happen in the new one. I think it's important to slow down and process what happened in past relationships. If you haven't had a dating relationship at all and are ashamed of it, that likely isn't going to be important to a Filipina. Maybe it would be to a Western woman if you haven't had success in a relationship. Again, learn from it. As lovely as a Filipina might be, she might not have any relationship experience at all. She will naturally have some skeletons in her closet. We all do. And it's important to eventually talk about these things as you get more serious about each other. If there's to be a budding relationship that could lead to marriage. Now on YouTube, I've got a playlist with questions to ask a Filipina at various stages of progression in a relationship. You need to be careful to not use questions that you should ask later early on, because that could scare her off. So there is a method to which questions to ask when. I would encourage you to check that out on that playlist about questions to ask a Filipina on Love Beyond the Sea YouTube. I was taken aback a little when my now wife said, let it be, when talking about, my past. Just move on. And those are sound words. There wasn't anything I could do about it by then anyway. Eventually, each of us was able to talk about anything about our pasts that was an instrumental part of our life, some of that coming out, even in marriage, and find that each of us, wanted to be accepted, learn from the past, and try it over again, start fresh. If two people are Christians, they should be able to live forgiven from their past sins, be able to forgive others if we're talking about something sinful that we've done, and of course not hold that against the other. We can change, we can mature. I can tell you that getting married is going to subject you to more pressure than you've been under before, because you are living in such close quarters with someone else. That's actually a good thing. And you are going to handle some things the wrong way, especially early on. But this is a good time to learn to forgive and be patient. And forgiveness and patience are two things everybody must master to stay married. It may be uncomfortable asking and answering some questions about yourself And it's okay to ask them about the other person if you're getting serious. After all, as time goes by, each of you has the right to learn more about the other. I don't think you should worry about a Filipina wanting to hold your past against you. This is a big benefit I have from marrying my love beyond the sea.